Eptior was just standing near the crater that he once called his job. It wasn't like he liked the thing. It felt wrong. Not all the ones that worked here were bad, just the management and the judicial resources. He didn't know what to feel. There were these body parts of his co-workers laying there, limp. He felt a tentacle on his shoulder, and a calming voice said, "It's all right, son. It ain't your fault that they're dead." It took an hour to get to the police station. Now, the questioning began. Artem Pistonov, The Wandering Stories, from a different view. "Right, son. Tell me from the start," the police said. "Well, first of all, my name's Eptior of the 67th Birthling. I come from the Andromeda Society, and something strange happened to me." Eptior started to the officer. "It all started this morning. I was just getting out of my camera when I first met them. These two. I don't even know how to explain them beings. They're, well, somewhat squishy. One was big and the other one was smaller. The skin color was this very odd color that nobody really talks about. It's called beige. One seemed to have a lot of hair. The tall one had none. I couldn't really tell the differences in their faces, but I could tell them by height and their style of clothing. The taller one was wearing some sort of white coat and a light green shirt beneath, with a dark blue scarf and a purple hat. The shorter one was wearing a yellow sweater with brown stripes. They looked lost. They were just walking aimlessly in my apartment. I was filled with fear, but I decided to come closer. They looked happy when they saw me. I think one called themselves the Wanderer, and the other Olivia, I think." Eptior started his tale. The Polizei quickly interrupted. "Right, sorry, son, but you're telling me you've met aliens?" Eptior replied. "I guess so. Now, if I may." They asked me about their current whereabouts, and strangely the current time. I obliged, since it wasn't hard for me to do. The tall one then pulled out a strange device from his white coat. It was more long than fat, and it had a strange green orb on its tip. The artifact shone and screeched as the tall one threw it around. Then they asked for an exit and left. The rest of the day was normal. I work as a laser manufacturer, you know. An average 3 to 24... "You work at 3 to 24? Does that mean you sleep only 5 hours instead of the recommended 9 hours? The Polizei interrupted. "Yes," Eptior explained. "Now, if I may continue. I was just doing my thing, testing the weaponry given, until 3991. The ceiling above me exploded. It was the Sky Pirates. That's just a part of the job. Then a strange rectangular object rammed into the ship of the pirates, causing it to lose balance and plummet down. I got away, but I wouldn't say the same for my co-workers. The entire building evaporated. I guess the pirate ship had the hydro generators or something. That's beside the point. As I ran out, I saw the parts of our complex. There were the higher ups that stood were somehow intact until a fire appeared from within the building. For the rest of the day, I was free. So I went to get myself some Kretov, and there I found the two aliens, just sitting, talking to each other, until they saw me. They told me to sit with them, so I did. The aliens were discussing something about a major conspiracy revolving around the company I worked in. I said that the building I worked in exploded, and the tall one, offhandedly, mind you, told me that it was him who destroyed the higher levels of the building. After that, I ran. Eptio ended his story. Casting. Narrator, Artem Pistunov. Storyboard, Artem Pistunov, Artem Pistunov, Artem Pistunov. Artist, Artem Pistunov. Sound operator, Artem Pistunov. Characters owned by Artem Pistunov. Thanks to Artem Pistunov. Special thanks to the viewers. RT8 Productions.